Welcome back to the Quick Focus Blueprint program, and congratulations, because we are about 2/3 complete with your 30-day program, and congratulations, you have done it. And we're coming into the home stretch here. And so what we're going to do in this lesson is we are going to do our second and final assimilation day. This is our assimilation day where most people don't know that they have the ability to focus their minds, their habits, their emotions, their behavior, even start to build an identity about who really they are. Somebody who could concentrate almost at will, who could sustain high levels of sharp focus. So it's not just attainable, it's sustainable over time. And so what we're going to do in this lesson as we build up for this home stretch is really build some perspective and some resilience. And we're going to do a little bit of review. So we know that you're the kind of person that is striving for high levels of achievement. You know that you could take charge of your mind so that you could manage this thing called your focus, because we know that focus is a verb. It's something that you do. It's a habit. It's a capability. It's not something that is static and fixed. It's something that you could grow by building your focus muscles. And so how do you maintain the focus towards what it is you want the most? And that's where our mind training is used to create very important results for you by eliminating a lot of old, habitual, negative thought processes. And so to help you to do that, this is your assimilation day. So this is the day that you could catch up. And I want you to use this time to review, to do homework that you haven't had a chance to address yet, and really integrate and synthesize the information, where you're connecting the skills that you're learning and the knowledge from different parts of applications, if you will. You're applying the skills, the practices in various settings. And you know this because we've talked about this, and coaches, if you are a coach or you have a coach, have known this for a long time, that by managing something, it allows you to be able to grow something. And so we're measuring it and managing it so we could grow it. And so what I want you to do right now is I want you to go through your notebook, and I want you to pick 3 action steps. 3 action steps. Now keep in mind, we've covered a lot of information here, and so I want you, right as we're doing this, to go through your notebook and pick out some big ahas, like what we're going to be able to apply right now. And also, this is your day to be able to go through any lessons that you've missed and any, again, homework that you haven't finished yet. And some of the homework you really want to go through again. And now that you go it through even deeper, because you've built some real strong mental muscles. And just while you're going through this, circling the 3 big ahas from the program that you've received over the past few weeks, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, we've talked about your focus journal. We talked about goals, purpose, action. We talked about the power of a not to-do list. We talked about the Pomodoro technique, which is studying in 25-minute intervals and taking 5-minute brain breaks so you could refresh your focus and flow, if you will. We talked about the foods you should avoid and the focus foods that you want to include in your daily diet. We talked about overcoming negative thoughts. We talked about the power of exercise to sharpen your focus. We talked about having a positive peer group. We talked about the strength of organizing your environment so it keeps you in focus. We talked about the incredible influence that sleep has on your focus. We've talked about stress management. We've talked about procrastination. And that was a big one, and we got a lot of good responses from that. We talked about other things, including acknowledging the stress that we have. We talked about having your big why, breaking things down. We talked about how to manage your email, which was a big lesson in terms of checking emails only after you've checked off something off of your to-do list. We talked about turning off email notifications. We talked about reading and acting and filing or deleting your emails and being very aggressive with your spam button. We talked about, in order to have less emails in your box, then to spend less time emailing people so you you're really controlling what's going on in your inbox. And all the other techniques we talked about in building your efficiency when it comes to email communication, using powerful subject lines and not using your inbox to manage tasks. We talked about leveraging your team if you have an assistant and having them be able to check it, to be able to manage it. All these things, again, to be able to free you up so you have energy to be able to focus on the things that are most important. Setting up boundaries and respecting your own boundaries, setting up a schedule. We talked about the power of listening. And we use very powerful techniques to be an active listener. We talked about speed reading for greater focus. We talked about the power of asking questions and reading and writing and relating for better comprehension, if you will. And that was a very strong, very powerful episode. So we've covered a lot of information in the past few weeks. We have more to come, and that's what's really exciting. But in order to do that, I want to make sure we don't always have to stretch. For me, let's say you're climbing a wall or climbing a mountain, you stretch and then you stabilize, and then you stretch and then you stabilize, you stretch and then you stabilize. You lock in, if you will, what you've already learned. And so what I want you to do is take a few minutes now and go through your notes, circle 3 big ahas that you've received in this program. And please share that in the comments section. Share that in the comments section, because remember, we're not talking about doing this solo. You're not by yourself. We're going to do this social. And so you're not just learning through consumption, you're learning through creation. You're even better than that, co-creating that with other people in this community, other people who also are striving to improve their focus so that they could stave off brain fog and mental fog and fatigue, and so they could hone their mind around the things that they need to get done, so they could be, do, have, so you could share really these gifts, the gift of being present and having better focus. And so put your 3 biggest ahas that you've received from the program so far that's relevant to you, because the great thing about this is everybody has different takeaways, right? And by going through it, what you're going to do is in the comment section is look at everybody's answers to this question. What are the 3 biggest takeaways? And they don't have to be the most profound, because maybe some of the most things that are most profound you're already doing, but pick the 3 things that you want to employ and share them in the comment section so you're more likely to be able to do it on a regular basis. So what are your 3 biggest takeaways from this program so far, now that we're 2/3 in the program, and share them. And then the other thing I want you to do is, while you're sharing them in the comment section of this lesson, I also want you to go through and read everybody else's. Read everybody else's, because remember, if you learn something brand new and then all of a sudden you share something brand new to somebody else, you have 2 brand new ideas. And it's very different than if I have an apple and you have an apple and we just give each other an apple or $1, because then we have the same amount. But here we have bright new ideas or inspiration or real instruction that could help level up your focus. It could level up your concentration. It could really level up your learning so you can level up your life. So what I'd like you to do, again, is put your 3 big ahas, your eurekas, the things that you like to be, do, have, share, the things that you like to employ. Put that in the comments, and then read through all of them. Read through all of them. And then if you get some really good ahas, say hi to that person and thank them. And then also put it in your journal, some new learnings that you've learned from our community. So it's not me who's doing all the instruction. We're doing it together, right? Because again, together, everyone achieves more. That's what the team stands for. Together, everyone achieves more. And that's really what it's all about. So again, in this assimilation day, put your 3 big ahas in the comment section. And yes, I am repeating myself purposely. And then when you're done, read through all the comments and support each other in this, and take some, maybe you'll take away another 1, 2, or 3 big ahas from your co-creators, from your co-focusers, if you will. And do this now. Take the time, take a few minutes and do it. It's very important in the process, and I'll see you tomorrow.